Eric, the Prince Charming of this tale, both literally and metaphorically, is aboard a ship, enjoying the voyage when a sailor brings up the myth of old King Triton, who is living in the bottom of the sea, down in his wondrous kingdom inhabited by mermans and mermaids. Yes, that land is called Atlantica, and its wise ruler King Triton is now seen inside his palace, accompanied by his royal advisor, the little and grumpy crab named Sebastian. During the presentation of Triton's daughters, the younger one of them, Ariel, is not where she is supposed to be. That makes King Triton angry, but obviously Ariel doesn't know, as she and her buddy, a loyal but faint-hearted fish called Flounder, are exploring a shipwreck. Ariel, who is fond of the world of humans, constantly seeks things that are connected with it. Inside the shipwreck, Ariel discovers a shiny fork, but then a shark attacks them. Ariel and Flounder flee and escape from the deadly jaws of the shark without any issues. Shortly afterwards, Ariel and Flounder visit Scuttle, a loony and lonely seagull, and show him their recently acquired treasure from the shipwreck. When Scuttle tells them that a pipe is mistakenly a musical instrument of the humans, Ariel remembers the celebration she was supposed to attend and rushes back home. Two vicious-looking eels called Flotsam and Jetsam watch Ariel as she leaves, and as it turns out, they work for the evil sea witch Ursula, who plans on sitting her tentacled backside on the throne of Atlantica. In the meantime, King Triton scolds Ariel for her absence earlier that day, and when his daughter tells him that she was visiting Scuttle and learning about the world of humans, King Triton gets furious and forbids Ariel from having anything to do with the humans. Ariel is about to cry and then swims away. King Triton wonders now if he was too cruel to her and puts Sebastian to watch over Ariel, and if needed, prevent her from visiting the humans. Sebastian follows Ariel and Flounder unnoticed and watches as Ariel sings and dances with Flounder among her beautiful collection of human trinkets. Ariel's dream is to go to the world above and be a part of it, despite the apparent difficulties of having fins instead of legs. Suddenly, Sebastian makes his presence quite noticeable. He repeats to Ariel her father's orders, but then the little mermaid sees a weird shadow above her. She swims to the surface and finds Eric's vessel floating gently on the water. She also sees that the sailors are having a little party. Max, Eric's adorable dog, smells Ariel and quickly takes an interest in her. Soon Ariel sees Eric and falls for him at first sight. Scuttle comes along and, as usual, mistakes Ariel's crush with the dog. Grimsby, Eric's steward, unveils his statue as a wedding gift, but Eric tells him that he still hasn't found the right girl to marry. Soon enough, a violent storm breaks out. Eric tries to save the crew, but as he returns to the ship to take Max, the gunpowder kegs explode and Eric, being unconscious, falls into the sea. Ariel swims to him and rescues him from certain drowning. In the morning, Ariel waits for a sign of life from Eric and sings to him. But when he opens his eyes, Max and Grimsby come and Ariel withdraws back to the sea. Eric is a little confused, but also fascinated by the beautiful woman with the wonderful voice that has saved his life. Unfortunately for Ariel, Ursula witnesses this and rejoices, finding out that Ariel's love for a human makes her plan easier to gain more power. Ariel's sisters notice that the little mermaid is in love, whereas Ariel herself does nothing to hide, and instead thinks aloud of how she will go to Eric. Sebastian, however, tries to talk her out of this folly, singing and dancing about the happiness under the sea. But Ariel has her mind set to do what her heart desires, so when Flounder comes and whispers in her ear, she swims away with him, despite Sebastian's remarkable performance. Presently, King Triton summons Sebastian and asks him about Ariel's laden, quirky behavior. Terrified that he already knows the truth, Sebastian lets it all out about Ariel loving a human, and King Triton gets mad again. While Flounder surprises Ariel with Eric's statue, King Triton confronts his daughter about her unacceptable and absurd love towards a human. Ariel tries to stand up to him, but King Triton doesn't listen and destroys all of her collection with his golden trident. Ariel now wants to be left alone. Flotsam and Jetsam seize the moment and approach the little mermaid. They tell her about the sea witch and how she can help her with what she desires. And eventually she follows them to Ursula's lair, despite Sebastian's objections. Ursula welcomes Ariel and offers her a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. She tells her that she can make her human and help her pursue her love with handsome Eric. Ursula prepares a potion that will make Ariel human, but only for 3 days. When the sun will set on the 3rd day and Ariel hasn't made Eric kiss her, the true kiss of love, then she will become a mermaid again and Ursula will own her. But if Eric kisses Ariel, then she will remain a human forever. Ariel accepts, but Ursula tells her that she wants her voice in payment. Ariel willingly exchanges her voice, which Ursula stores in a seashell, and quickly then turns her into a human. Flounder then takes Ariel up to the surface, unaware that Eric doesn't know that her voice is gone. Scuttle comes, and along with Sebastian and Flounder, they help Ariel to get to Eric. Max smells Ariel, and soon enough, Eric finds her sitting on a rock. Since she can't talk, Eric thinks that she is not the one that saved him. He takes her to his house nonetheless, and after a bath and wearing a nice dress, Ariel sits with Eric in Grimsby for a delicious dinner. The once mermaid, however, is behaving quite oddly, combing her hair with a fork and blowing inside Grimsby's pipe. Eric laughs at this and slowly starts to look at Ariel differently. Meanwhile, Sebastian makes the cook's life a living hell in the kitchen, and when the dinner is served, he runs to safety. Eric offers to take Ariel for a ride around his kingdom the following day, whereas at the same time, King Triton worries about his daughter gone missing, ordering his subjects to look everywhere for her. In the morning, Ariel and Eric go for a walk, and her friends are eager for the kiss that will make her dream come true. Scuttle hurts their ears trying to sing, until Sebastian takes action, directing the lake creatures to sing and perform in order to create the appropriate romantic mood for the kiss. As Eric and Ariel lean against each other, Flotsam and Jetsam ruin everything, and Ursula, worried about her deal, gets ready to come to the surface and take matters into her own hands. With a slight nudge from Grimsby, Eric is ready to go and kiss Ariel. But then a mysterious woman with Ariel's voice appears on the beach, and her song mesmerizes Eric. The next day, Scuttle tells Ariel and Sebastian that Eric is about to get married the following afternoon, implying her as the bride. Ariel happily runs to Eric, but she sees another woman by his side, who is in fact Ursula in disguise, wearing the seashell that magically contains the mermaid's voice. When she hears that Eric is about to marry soon, Ariel runs away. As the ship where the wedding is about to take place sails away, Scuttle hears Ariel's voice and finds out that Eric's soon-to-be bride is in fact Ursula, the sea witch. He flies and warns his friends about it, and Ariel then goes after the ship to stop the wedding. Sebastian heads for aid to King Triton, and Scuttle gathers a flock of allies to buy Ariel some time. The sun is about to set and the 3rd day draws to an end. Time is running out, but Ariel boards the ship, and with the help of Scuttle and Max, she succeeds in regaining her voice and breaking the hypnotizing spell put on Eric by Ursula. The two of them go to kiss, but the sun sets, and Ariel returns to her mermaid form. Ursula laughs at this outcome and takes Ariel back into the sea. King Triton appears then and attempts to break the contract that binds Ariel to Ursula, but that won't do, as the contract is perfectly legal. In order to save his daughter, King Triton agrees to swap places with Ariel, and is soon rendered into a tiny, weak creature, a sad little polyp. But Eric is close by and attacks Ursula, who unleashes her eels at him, but accidentally smites them to flakes. Eric and Ariel try to get away from the rage of a magnified Ursula, and they get separated. Eric boards his ship and steers it against Ursula, stabbing her with the pointy prow, thus saving King Triton and everyone under Ursula's rule, transforming them back into mermans and mermaids. Brooding over her lost love, Ariel is unexpectedly granted a unique gift from her father, who turns her permanently into a human again, allowing her to go to Eric and cherish her love with him. In the end, Ariel marries her beloved Eric, and blessed by her father, the happy couple sails away. Thrilling film comes to an end. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. I'll be back with another interesting movie recap. Until then, take care.